Hey everyone, I'm Epion and today we're playing some Commander on MTGO. I am playing Damia, the Sage of Stone, and it looks like our opponent is playing Rhys the Redeemed. The starting hand isn't great. We have a Visionary that gets us to, draw a card. We're missing out on blue, which makes both of these pretty bad. I think we're actually going to Mulligan. I definitely think this is better, so we'll keep this. Yep, this is actually great. I think doing a turn 1 preordain is actually just going to be better than the Soul Ring. I don't think we want either of these, actually. We're going to bottom that. Slime, I guess we could actually try and put ourselves in a really nice position, so... yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it on top. Next turn we can do Forest, Soul Ring, Rampant Growth. Next turn we can Acidic Slime. It's kind of a shitty thing to do to our opponent, who's going to be... we're basically going to be Stone Ringing him turn 3, but against Rhys, you have to be a little bit more aggressive than perhaps you would be otherwise. He gets out of hand pretty fast. Okay, Venser's not a bad draw. So let's go ahead and use this. And then we'll go ahead and hit this Rampant Growth. This is definitely a little bit greedier of a play, going for the slime, but I think we're going to need to be a little bit greedy to catch back up against this deck. We don't want to fall behind early. Yep, and our opponent's playing a Rampant Growth. So I think we're definitely sliming the plains. I think that's definitely going to be the best play at this point. And no attacks from Rhys. Hopefully we can draw a land here. Well, there's that land we were looking for. Yep, we're going to go ahead and throw out this slime, hit the plains, knock our opponent back off of white mana. Actually, if we can get a black source next turn, then that'll allow us to play Damia, and I think that'll let us get, start pressing our advantage. The green-white deck doesn't typically have great removal. Well, he had the plains anyways, so that wasn't great. But I think that was still the right play. If we were going to go all in on the slime, we had to try and cut off a color. Okay. So I think let's go ahead and run out this Sylvan library so we can start filtering those draws. And we'll cast this Deep Analysis. See if we can get our land drop for the turn. We didn't. This profit is going to be definitely great, though. Slime's going to stay back home to play some defense in case he starts attacking. Our opponent's still hitting their land drops. Can't quite say the same thing about us, though, which is unfortunate. If we can get a black source off of library, that means we can play profit, then we can flash in Damia at the end of his turn. Okay, Champion of Lambholt. Probably going to need to find some removal for champion. This card can get out of hand in a token theme deck pretty quick. Yes, we do want to use this. This increasing ambition is very awkward. So, put that on top. I think it's okay to keep this in hand. Oh, one too many. Do this and this for profit. We still would have really liked to have gotten a black source. We're kind of hurting for black sources at this point, especially knowing that we have an increasing ambition on top. That's not going to be great. Good news is we do have a counter spell. We can hold up. Unfortunately, our lack of blue mana is also hurting us pretty bad with both Venser and Teferi. Okay, Battle Screech. We're not too interested in that. So we'll just syncopate for one and exile it. That way we don't have to worry about the flashback. At least at this point, I think we're doing a pretty good job holding the token deck at bay. We would still really like to find some removal, and definitely a black mana source. These still aren't great. This ambition definitely has to go back. And so does this disdainful stroke. That makes Visionary very awkward. But we're definitely just going to have to do it. Maybe at this point the best thing to do is to go ahead and hit Deep Analysis. Play the Visionary and try and find whatever is underneath it. We'd like to try and find an answer for what our opponent's playing at this point. And obviously we would like to hit our land drop this turn as well. We haven't been doing a great job of hitting our land drops. Darksteel Ingot is actually pretty good. That puts us at 6 mana, so we're not quite at Damia yet. But it does give us access to all of our colors. It also does put Venser within range as well. We'll go ahead and Disdainful Stroke this. We're not interested in that either. Okay, there's a counterspell. That's always nice to see. Yep, we're going to keep using Library's ability. Runescarred Demon is a little clunky. We can't even effectively hold up counterspell at this point. I think the best thing to do is to put these... Actually, we'll keep the Runescarred Demon in hand. It's definitely a little greedy, but I think using our increasing ambition to find another black source is just going to be what we have to do at this point. Yeah, I think we need to get our Watery Grave. It's going to lead to more damage, but Actually, we can pull out something that doesn't deal us damage. Let's see, where is... We don't want polluted delta. Where's our watery grave at? Jungle Hollow. Actually, dismal backwater would be just as good. You guys are probably screaming right now, it's right there, it's right there. I know, well, I just gotta find it. There it is, dismal backwater. Found it. So this is going to let us hold up Counterspell or Venser, whichever one we need on this next turn. Still don't want to attack. Opponent's up to 5 mana now. With Rhys, the magical number is always 6. Yep, Champion of Lambholt's gonna get bigger. Yeah, Jade Mage is something we're not interested in. That's just another value card for the token deck, so we'll go ahead and counter that. Ideally, I think we would like to get to Massacre Worm. Hinder's not going to do much at this point. Yep, we still want to use that. We definitely still want lands. This Hinder should go on top. I think we still want colored sources, so I don't think Reliquary Tower is great. Well, it's a good utility card, so, and we've got plenty of forest to cover right now, so we're going to put the forest on top. We're going to play this Reliquary Tower. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not right, that's 7. 8, 9, 10. So we get increasing ambition. Find ourselves a land for next turn. Or we can play Damia. And hope that we get obviously some better draws. Damia obviously turns off our Sylvan library, but I think we'll be drawing at least that many cards. Actually, I think the better play might have been to do increasing ambition first, find a black source so that we can untap, we can play Runescar Demon during his turn, but we're kind of stuck with it at this point. Let's go ahead and use this increasing ambition. Search for 2. Definitely want to find another black source. And I think Massacre Worm is just going to be the next best play. So let's find... Let's actually just get a basic Swamp. Our life total is definitely going to be relevant in this matchup. So we'll grab Swamp and Massacre Worm. And we'll still just hold back. I'm definitely feeling much safer in this position. We have the ability to play Venser. We can also flash in that Runescar Demon like we wanted. Looks like our opponent's going to double the counters. Or double their tokens, rather. Okay, that's fine. What we'll do in response, I think it's just going to be better to go ahead and bounce this champion I think she's just going to get really big, and we're not going to have a great way to deal with her. Actually, we'll see if we can flash in this Runescarred Demon and kill Champion of Lambholt with blocks. And then we don't even have to worry about removal. I think that's just going to serve us much better. Let's see if the champion gets in here. And she doesn't. Okay, end step. Let's go and play this Runescarred Demon. Because the champion didn't actually get in there, we're going to want to fetch up a piece of removal. I'm thinking ultimate price. There it is. Laboratory Maniac doesn't do much. We'll still keep using this library. We'll just go ahead and put Maniac and that back on top. And we'll play the Watery Grave. Definitely not going to pay the life for it. So we'll go ahead and use Ultimate Price to kill off this champion now. We'll see if our opponent is going to try and push for the double next turn. If he does, this Massacre Worm flashed in is going to blow out all of those tokens, and it's going to put us way far ahead. Go ahead and let Runescarred get in there. Untap. Still feeling pretty good. Venser in hand in case he goes for something big like a Collective Blessing. And then Massacre Worm if he just tries to double up. Okay, Oblivion Ring. That's actually fine. Yep, we'll let him do that. Then we'll Krosan Grip it so that we get another tutor out of it. We're not real interested in that guy. I don't think he does anything though at this point. I especially don't know that he's worth Venser. Yeah, we don't have an efficient way to play Massacre Worm and Venser, so we're kind of at an impasse as far as those are concerned, and we definitely want to grip that. So this guy's fine. He can gain 4 life. We're going to easily take more than that away with the Massacre Worm. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our demon back. I think we'll just grab this, go for the throat in favor of killing the Hierarch next turn. And then we'll go ahead and send down Massacre Worm. This is going to be a good 10 life swing. Oh, actually, yeah, there it is. It was waiting for that Rhys to resolve, whether he wanted to go to command zone or not. So we actually only got 8 because of the exile on Rhys. Yep, we'll still use this ability. I don't think we need Erebos at this point. Actually, Erebos is great because he is online already. So I think what we'll do is we'll put Dig Through Time on top, Revelation on top. We'll keep the Erebos. There we go. Get this Erebos down. And then I think we'll just go ahead and get rid of the Luxodon at this point, just so we can get in unimpeded with all of our attackers. Everybody into the red zone. There we go. Down to 11 life, so we're feeling pretty good about that. It looks like we're pretty far ahead, but we'll just go ahead and get Teferi down. It's just going to be another big beater. We're pretty close to putting this one away. I think that may let us go over the top and definitely finish her out. You can also use Erebos to draw a couple cards. We know that Dig Through Time is 2 down. Yep, Rhys is fine. If that's all he's going to play, then we're just going to go ahead and use Venser to bounce on the end step. Well, there's no reason to. That's probably a much greedier play. I don't see any reason to do that. Oh, let's go ahead and draw off him, and then we'll go ahead and cast this Dig Through Time. And there's Omniscience, which lets us get basically anything we want. I say we take Omniscience, and for C, we'll put everything else back. This is a bit win more at this point. I'm not sure that this is gonna, this may just be greedy at this point, keeping those. Their opponent at 11 health and 1 creature on board. And there's Null Profusion. Let's go ahead and just put this guy on top. Ulf on top. I'm going to play this Omniscience, which we overpaid for, but it's Omniscience. What's 1 more mana between me and Omniscience? I think we'll go ahead and cast this for C. Just to go ahead and see if we can get a secondary counterspell in case he's holding 2, say, fog effects. We're going to just bottom all of these. And we got more lands anyways. Oh, that's okay. Yep, we'll let that empty. We'll go ahead and go to combat. Everybody, including the Visionary, gets to get in there. And it looks like they're going to put it away. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, I always appreciate it if you leave a like. And I also really like it, if you guys let me know what you thought of the game. Did you see something I didn't see? Did you find that dismal backwater right away? Because, we all know how long it took me to find it. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But until next time, this is Epion, signing off.